Hello, Les. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Push past all the pain that you're going through. It won't last if you move how you want to move. Get lost in the work that you got to do to be someone better. You can grow into something new. I could be anything that I set my mind to. I do what I need, I can push right through. Fight through those things that are holding me back from the life that I like to have. I'm like, give me time, I'll be just fine. Thought I was worth it.
All right. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. It is live time. Believe me, I got a lot of things. I wasn't able to adjust anything. I packed everything up. I went to the 3-chapter ride and I just unpacked everything yesterday, and nothing's in its right spot. I'm telling you, I don't like it where it's at here. I don't like it where it's there. All that kind of stuff. But Tracy, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
You doing all right, man?
I'm doing great. Did you have a good time?
It was a fantastic time. I mean, it was great. I mean, what can I say? It was planned well. They did a very good job. I met a lot of people. And hopefully if there's somebody watching here and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It's the most important thing in the world, right, Tracy?
That's right.
So one of these days I'll be able to pay you, maybe, possibly.
Do I get the back bill?
Somebody's got their volume up.
It's not me.
Connie, you got to turn that off.
Where's it at?
Never
mind, I got it.
All right.
Somebody's touching my volume button.
I'll tell you, man, I can't take her anywhere.
So did you hear me about back pay?
Yeah, back pay. No, that does not work like that. Hello, Mark. How you doing? And hello, Mr. Tracy's son.
No, that's not. That's me.
That's you? Oh, you're saying hello. Oh, okay, gotcha.
And there's Tracy McDade on there.
Oh, Tracy's on there. Welcome.
Hey, Tracy McDade.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. Glad you're all here. It's been a wonderful 24 hours trying to get this thing ready to go. I texted Tracy the other day. I said, hey, you ready for the podcast? You're going to be there? I didn't know his schedule changed. And he said,
here we go. Here it is. He's gonna blow his little melon up.
I thought you wasn't my friend anymore. You haven't.
I did not say any of that.
And I was like,
that from the records, people.
It was pretty close. I don't want to really say what you were saying, but
I would say it.
I was just putting it in a nutshell. And I said, Tracy, do you understand that I've been gone for like 3 days? I've been in Columbus, Ohio. It's not like
I know exactly where you've been.
Oh, you didn't know that time?
Yes, I did.
You forgot. You forgot everything.
I did not forget.
Yeah,
I was actually tracking Facebook to see updates to see how you guys were doing, and I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't do any updates like that. I did mostly
I was kind of disappointed.
recording.
I wanted to see. Well, a lot of times Jen and them will do group updates and that. I didn't see anything. I was looking for it.
Well, I do have one of the movies done. I'm doing a 3-part series probably. It's according how I think the second part is going to be longer than the front one. I've cut down one day, Mark. One day down to 27 minutes. All right. And you guys are going to probably be first to see it tonight. I just got to see if I can get the app here and get it ready to go. So maybe I can play a little bit of it, but it's going to be top secret. I mean, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. So let me move this over here on this screen.
Top secret.
Top secret. Yeah. Top secret. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think I'm going to release it in the morning. After I get done with this, I'll probably release it tomorrow morning. So everybody be ready for day one and us. And man, me and Mark had a great time. I think I had a great time. I know I had a great time. Mark, I don't know if he had a great time. I hope he did. Because it was fun.
Well, he'll tell you here in just a second.
I'm waiting for the chat. Yeah. So we did a couple things, Tracy.
Yeah.
And nothing illegal. Everything was legal, you know.
Oh, wait. Well, you're making me nervous just talking like that.
But I just got to hype this video up, man. I got to hype it up.
Yeah.
You know, Mark, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. We're talking about some lipstick. Everybody's going to be wondering what that's about.
Yeah, I was just sitting here reading it going, River Road. Is it really spelled RODE or ROAD?
Oh, I just fixed that. Would you just stop?
Oh, man. But, God, Mark, I should have you on here. I did give Mark my Scarlett and he's just got to get a mic and a cord. I do have another one also. I'm going to try to give it to my friends so I can get them on here in the wintertime so they don't have to worry about, going somewhere. So he's got a Scarlett. So he's just got to get a mic, a cord, and a headset. And then he just got to plug it into his TV. I mean, not TV, but his computer. And hopefully he'll be able to get on here with his cell phone camera, which would be good. And we'll see how that works. We're going to try some different things in the wintertime. But the trip was, I can't say it enough, fabulous. It was perfectly ran. I did meet some people at Iron Pony, which is really cool. And they were nice and, all that kind of stuff. And I gotta get caught up with these comments, man. They're just coming in so fast. Hey, Wesley Holt's on here. I've never seen him on here for a while. I mean, hey, welcome to the podcast. Yeah. So, anyway, maybe we can do a follow up after I release the 3 videos. Mark, if you want to do it, come on the podcast, and then I got the one's going to be released tomorrow. I'm going to work on the other one. It's going to take a little bit longer because it's got more footage than the other days because it was actually the trip. So I literally got to go through that. And then Sundays is a little bit shorter. It's going to be pretty cool. And what can I say? It's going to be fun because Mark has never been to the Renaissance Festival. Tracy, have you ever been there?
Nope.
And I got some new clothing that day. And don't be saying nothing in the chat, folks. Don't be even.
Why? Why did you get new clothing?
Not even. It was pretty hot.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was pretty hot. Man.
So Connie, explain to me. Did he sweat something out? What happened here?
It was like 90 degrees, man. I rode there because I hate to say this, but Tracy and Mark and they kind of chickened out riding their bike there. So they rode in a truck. Connie rode in the Jeep. I rode in a motorcycle. So I had my pants and long sleeve shirts on because I don't want to get too sunburnt and that kind of stuff. And then I just got a little hot. And then Max was there, and Max gave me a couple of beers and a couple of drinks and stuff like that. Next thing you know, I'm buying clothes that wasn't necessary.
That wasn't necessary?
Well, it was necessary for that day, but it's not necessary unless you're going there every single weekend. So,
so you contributed to the festival.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Yes, I did. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Yeah, I can't wait till that one comes out. My time is very restricted. The only day I have off is on Friday. So hopefully I'll get everything done timely. I know you guys are always griping at me because they don't come out on time. I mean, we don't get Gettysburg, but Gettysburg is going to be in the wintertime, which I'll talk about in a couple of podcasts. But this is a little bit easier, and I know now how to edit and a little bit film a little bit better than I did back then. So it's a little easier now. So I kind of I put him on the spot. Mark is like, I got a camera with me all the time. I need to get a camera person, but Mark is I think he's used to the camera now. Because the first day it was a little bit like, I don't think you need to take that camera to the campsite and that kind of stuff. But then the next day it was like, because people that kind of stuff. And then the next day he's a little bit more like it's not there. And I think that's what most people do. Like a couple days once they got a camera or somebody's filming everything, people get used to it. Other than Josh doesn't get too used to the camera. He's every time I get him on camera, he's always surprised. Well, you'll see that also.
Well, he did well Thursday.
Yes, he did. He did good. And speak of that, so that's one of the segments that we're going to talk about. Is I don't know if anybody here is from the Northern Kentucky Indian up there, but we had a fantastic podcast there, and I'm working on a deal to get there on Friday and Saturday. Tracy, I know you might not be able to make it, and I might have to have stand-ins from Josh and Les and other people and Max, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try to do 3 podcasts per day if I'm able to do it on Saturday. I don't know yet, live from the event. So hopefully we can do some live and watch, maybe do a couple of people like, hey, how you like the new Indian motorcycle? How you like that? And that kind of stuff. And then I got some crazy information at the end of this podcast that a lot of people, if you ride Indian, you might like. Because I'm going to start a little section at the end of this podcast called Tracy's rumors.
You got problems, man.
I got problems. Hold on a second. I'm trying to make sure everybody's there able to chat. So, so I'll try to get your comments up there on the screen as much as I can. Connie, just tell me if there's a crazy one that comes on there so I don't put it up there. But yes, I'll put your comments up. We're going to get started here. So Tracy wasn't able to go to Northern Kentucky Indian last week because he had a track meet, and he got last place. It's sad, but
I wasn't running anywhere.
yeah, he wasn't running. His son was. And how did he do?
It was just practice on Thursday.
Oh, okay. So you just went to practice. Okay.
His actual meets are on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good runner, though.
Yeah, he usually gets like 12th, right? Around there.
He's in the top 20
for his age. Yeah, top 20. Man, I'm trying to make him sound better than you.
Well, he's gotten 12th before.
Yeah.
Didn't he run the Flying Pig and did really well?
He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. What did he get then?
I think he was. I don't know. I'd have to ask Joe. He was up there. He was top 5, I think, in that.
Okay.
In his age group.
I thought he got somewhere up there.
Yeah, he does pretty well.
Yeah, he was up high. Yeah, he's a good runner.
Yeah, so.
And if you run in this heat, woof.
Yeah, I'll try to do
I know. It's all the power to him, man.
Credit for that, yes.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, every time I open up this software, hey, there's an update. What's update? Okay, let me go ahead and update this damn thing, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to try to give a sneak peek of that video here. But anyway, so Aaron was there, Josh was there, Max was there, and everybody keeps on saying, I'm not going to go there either. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I got a nice, I forgot my hat, Tracy. Of course. So, of course, that kind of stuff. But anyway, it was great. We went over almost every single bike that is probably going to be at the demo days, and that's another thing we'll talk about too. Like we talk about the demo days, I'm going to try to be there both days, which is going to be fun. I did get off, and you guys should be excited and clap. And let me see if I can get the right sign, get the right thing here. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. I do have October 19th off. That's when
I'm off that day too.
You are? Oh well, you might be able to.
But no, I'll be in Louisville.
Okay, good, cool.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Sweet, awesome. I'm just kidding. Well, you could have went to the Red River Gorge, Tracy.
I know. I'd like to do it, but I gotta go to Louisville. I can't. That's a state race. I can't miss that one.
Yeah, you can't miss that one. You're right. But that's cool. But that's going to be on October 19th. Hopefully the weather's going to be great. I need to look there. But I did get that off so I can go there and join Les and Josh and Jennifer and everybody that's going to be riding that ride, because I'm sure that's going to be hopefully the biggest ride and almost the last ride of the year, probably, because the weather's coming in and the fall's coming, a little colder weather and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been able to ride for a couple of days now.
Well, that's because thank God it's raining.
I know. We need it bad, that's for sure.
That's one thing I did notice when I was going up to Columbus, man. Like the medium, there were sections where they're caught on fire. You know why, right?
Oh, yeah, because there's drought.
Well, yeah,
I don't know why,
drought.
I mean,
but somebody's throwing out a cigarette or something like that, and next thing you know, it catch on fire. But there was a like 3 or 4 sections that were caught on fire, and looks like they had to take necessary action to get rid of it. So the podcast, so we're going to do, let me look at the calendar here, Tracy. So we're going to look at October. You're going to have to figure out what you're going to do. We're going to do another podcast at Indian, plus the demo days. The demo days are going to be the 4th and 5th. And then it looks like I'm going to try, maybe, if I can get the 18th off, maybe do a podcast on the 18th or that Wednesday
of October.
Yeah, October, and that's when we'll do the little Halloween at the Indian dealership, and we'll give out candy to all of our family kids. Like a trick or trunk, but it's a bike a trunk.
I mean, I'm on vacation from the 19th to the 26th. Can we do it the week of that?
19th and the 26th.
Yeah, Halloween's the 31st. So I mean, that would be the week before Halloween.
Yeah, I'll have to get with them because I don't know what their plans are, but that's fine. We can do. So you're talking about the
I'm off that
22nd,
entire week. Yeah.
the 23rd, or the 25th. Okay, I'll look at
Any
it.
of those, yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna dress up. And what are you gonna dress up like?
I want to dress up as you.
I was thinking maybe you could actually dress up like a biker.
Well, I could do that.
Harley-Davidson, because
I got plenty of gear. I got plenty of gear to do that.
I showed Tracy about my leather vest, and he goes, "Nah, that's not me." I was like, "Come on, get you a leather vest, man. You'd be able to handle it." And get them like the little stones, little square stones with the diamonds,
I just
and like
have
those
more
spikes.
of a modern style, man. I just don't have that style. I can't help it.
Well, maybe you should get to it, you metric biker.
Actually, I do not own a metric bike. That's not true right now.
Oh, you don't?
No,
oh, that's right. You
I
don't have
a
the
Royal
Honda
Enfield and
anymore.
a Harley now. Yeah.
Aren't they metric?
No,
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
Only Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and Honda are metric.
Oh, so you're saying, okay. So what is considered a metric bike?
No,
then? Maybe I'm
don't quote
confused.
me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but those are the main ones. Yeah.
Well, I would think they would be a metric bike because they're foreign bikes.
The Royal Enfield.
Yeah.
I can Google it.
Yeah, you can Google it. Yeah, it's fine. But anyway, that's it on the news of the podcast. Hopefully everybody can show up, start planning your days, that kind of stuff. The ride's going to be great to, over in Kentucky on the 19th. It's going to be great. Red River Gorge. I don't know what all he has planned. Josh maybe jump on here after he's done with work, that kind of stuff. I think he might be working tonight. But or they're playing, what is that called? What's that game they play all the time?
Pickleball?
Pickleball. They're probably playing pickleball. All right. So, Tracy, what do you got tonight?
Well, I'm going to talk about some new technology that's coming out that I think is pretty interesting, and it's going to be a game changer for some people out there.
Okay.
And then I'll talk about some old technology that's kind of gotten bigger over the last decade or so that was created back in the 80s by Honda, and I think it's something that people are
and they're bringing it back.
They're bringing it on strong from other manufacturers.
Okay, that sounds good.
So
all right. So when we go, you got your screens ready, or you want me to go to something else?
we can do it now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm installing that one. So I'm going to give everybody a cheat tonight of the video. I just had to update the player, and it's working. It's updating right now, and hopefully in a few minutes I'll be able to do my little video for the video one little sneak peek. All right. So Tracy, let's get you started right here. Let's get you here. So there's that's my website. Okay, you guys see all my little.
I was like, wait, what is that?
Yeah, I got to find out. Did I switch yours somewhere? Okay, come on. What is going on here? As usual, technical difficulties. I'm trying to figure out which one I had Tracy on. Let's see here. Tracy's screen. Maybe I just got it set up wrong. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get rid of all this stuff. All right. Bye-bye. We'll catch you later. Okay, here's the video that he wants to play. Let me get this all started back at the beginning. And here it is.
Just for the record, there will be some Japanese on there.
Yeah.
In the beginning, anyway.
I can't speak Honda.
Konnichiwa is the only word I know.
So, new technology. Awesome.
eClutch. Mm-hmm. So, Honda currently offered a DCT, which is, dual clutch transmission or whatever. And the eClutch is going to be something that maybe they're looking at giving those fans that aren't fans of the DCT a different option. So the eClutch is all about being able to give you the ability to use the clutch without stalling the motorcycle. So it's great for beginning riders. It's great for, it's great for riding in the city when you come to a stoplight every 100 feet. you can let off that clutch and not worry about the bike stalling on you. There's a lot more information on it than just what I'm saying there, but I think it gives riders a really good option for motorcycles in the future.
So when we went up to Iron Pony this weekend, they had a 1100 Honda there. It was a DT. What is it called?
DCT, the Rebel.
DTC, yeah. So it doesn't have... a lot of people like it because, like he said, doesn't have a clutch. It just automatic.
Correct.
It's like goes forward. Now, how you?
Yeah.
It does have a reverse.
I don't believe so.
So it has to have some kind of neutral, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. So there's some way it has a neutral. I didn't really ride it, so I couldn't tell you. But
I've never ridden one of those before either. So
there was a couple people that were looking at it. Connie was one of them, and they had a nice looking gold kind of metal flake one. Tracy, it looked pretty cool. Yeah. And they were asking some questions, and we were answering some questions, and they were looking at some spiders too. And they were a great couple, very nice. And one of the things, it would have been his first bike or her first bike. I don't know who was actually looking at it. And we started talking about what's a good beginner bike? So if you want to get a bigger bike in the future, I suggested to get a clutch, okay, and gears. Now, if if you're an older rider and you've been riding for many years and you're tired of the clutch, then get yourself a Honda with the DTC or whatever it's called, and and that will be a perfect bike for you. Because you don't have to worry about shifting gears, you don't have to worry about the clutch. All you have to is worry about, because when I get older, and Tracy, the more things you have to do, the more you forget.
That's
true.
So
it is true. So I would say that would be a good progression bike when you're done and it's lighter and you still want to ride a motorcycle. That is a perfect bike. I think when you become a beginner, I think that's going to be a handicap for most riders, because when you do get to a bigger bike, you're not going to know how to shift. You're not going to have, and that timing and all that kind of stuff. So if there's anybody out there in the chat that agrees with me, please, chat it up.
Again, I think that's where this eClutch is going to come in, because it gives you the ability to learn how to use the shifter, but the bike will do it for you as well. So you get both options. It gives you the option. Whereas a DCT, you don't get the option to use a clutch. Now you can manually shift a DCT bike, but it's clutchless. So you're still not really learning how to use a clutch. Whereas the clutch is giving you the ability to learn how to use a clutch. And I think that's where it comes in handy.
And I think that's where they're trying to merge the bikes together. Because I think Honda came out and they said, everybody's going to go for this clutchless this bike, and not a lot of people did.
Everybody, but
yeah, not a lot of people did. So the sales on this bike is not the best. So now they're saying, well, we got the 1100. What can we do to merge the gap? So maybe get people eased into it. And this is probably what this clutch is coming out for, because Honda loves to be ahead of the curve. They really do.
Right. Oh, yeah. And that's some of the research that I've done. The technology that they have come up with is far ahead of any other manufacturer that I've seen. So, and that's why I was going to talk a little bit about their slipper assist clutch. And they actually created that in 1982. And now if you look at like Yamaha, Kawasaki, actually even I believe Harley has it, uses it. I think Indian might use it. But the slipper assist clutch is now in multiple branded motorcycles. But that was something that was created by Honda back in 1982.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a great option. You said what bikes are going to be first?
So they're going to do the CBR 650R, and then they're going to do the CB 650R. And those are the only two models that are launching in 2025 with the eClutch in it. But again, I think as you look into the future, I could see the Goldwing having it because that being their cruiser line. I could see, and like you mentioned, for older people, I could see the Goldwing coming out with that. Now, the Goldwing already has the DCT transmission option, but I could see the Rebels. I could see all the Rebels having that option. I could see the Shadow, the Phantom. I literally could see it put in almost every model that they have if they really wanted to.
Yeah. Todd agrees with me. You agree with me. So I think I'm on the right page of history here.
Well, that was a Rebel that I was looking at, correct?
Yeah, they're all Rebels.
You were looking at a Rebel 1100, yes.
1100T. Did you see the ones with the bags in the fairing?
Yeah, those are the bagger series that they came out with last year, I think.
I thought they were kind of cool.
But yeah, they are nice. They're super nice.
I'll tell you what. That's another thing.
I wouldn't recommend that bike for a beginner, though, because that's a lot of power. And I've watched videos on that. It's got a lot of power.
Well, she's rode a 650s.
Yeah,
so she knows
she's
how
not
to do
really
that.
a beginner. Yeah, she's not a beginner.
But I'm gonna tell you, there was this motorcycle with a fairing. It was the 1100, but it wasn't the DTC, and it had bags. Okay, and since it had bags, it was like when she walks in the door, it goes, "Oh my God, look at that bike! It's got purses on the side of it."
She's starting to act like me when she goes into a motorcycle shop.
I said, "Them are the ugliest damn bags I've ever seen. They're like angled."
I've not seen it. I haven't seen one in person yet. I don't know.
Well, she was just looking to see all the stuff that she can put in there, like 6 pairs of shoes, bunch of socks,
Her purse,
everything.
That's right. That's right.
That's what it's about.
It's funny when we go riding together. She goes, "Which side do which?" Because we got what do you call it? The bags on the back of the my motorcycle, and she goes, "Which one's mine?" I said, "None of them are yours."
So Connie, I was on my way to drop my son or pick my son up from school today, and I saw a Riker at the stoplight, and it was all done in purple.
Oh wow!
And it was a lady on it. It was the coolest Riker I think I've ever seen.
There was a lady actually. Was that a Riker or?
Yeah, that was a Riker 900.
Yeah, and she did all the painting and everything on hers, and it looked good. It had little teeth
This one was
and stuff.
definitely customized, yeah.
And it was all pink. I do have that on. I'm pretty sure I got that on camera. So yeah, I'll show that everybody on the video too. But the video, like I said, I'll give you a sneak peek in a second. But I think it's gonna be great.
She did a good job. She kept right up with
my gosh,
all you baggers out there.
I think he had
on that Riker.
Yeah.
Oh, those Rikers are fast, man. They move.
She was in the middle of the pack every time.
Yeah.
She kept right up with them.
Yeah, and then we had one get pulled over.
Yeah, we had one get pulled over.
Yeah.
Oh, you did have a motorcyclist get pulled over?
Yeah, a state trooper pulled her over.
Her over, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if she was from Columbus or Dayton. I know she wasn't from the Cincinnati group.
Did everyone stop, or did you guys keep going?
Well, she was planning on going. I think she hesitated and she went anyway. And the young state trooper said, "I got you."
Yeah.
So he stopped everybody's momentum because we don't leave nobody behind. And we all pulled over to the side. Mark, he took charge and he had his I think Don. I think that's what it is. I'm trying to remember everybody's name here. Don was in the middle of the group, and he focuses our attention to where he was at. So we all stayed together. And while she was getting harassed by the state trooper there for running a red light in town, but it just happened. We what's weird. I have the saying, right? What's the saying, Tracy? Can you remember? Things happen for a reason, right? So Mark says right before this, we were at a gas station. We're drinking up. We were resting and stuff because we just had a pretty long stretch on the ride. And he says we're gonna go through this town. It's got a lot of stoplights, and they love to pull people over.
And they did.
And that's what happened. Yeah. And sometimes we're able to block and we ride through it, but we had 30 motorcycles, and it was kind of more difficult. Yeah. And then the cops in this town they don't care about that. They don't care. They don't. But I was watching his face, and I can see that he was kind of more embarrassed than the actual rider was being pulled over. I think he didn't realize, because he was kind of like, I got somebody running a red light. I don't think he realized there was like 30 motorcycles. And then he saw he was holding everybody up. So he kind of like just went through the little steps. Give me your license. Okay, your license looks good. Hey, just don't run through a red light again, okay? Not in this town. And
she did get a warning?
Yeah, she got a warning. He just let. I didn't even think he didn't write anything. He wanted to get it over with as quick as possible. And then she caught up with us, and we moved on. But it was a touchy situation there, because we was like, some people were getting upset because the police officer was kind of doing their job, and other people were understood. We're kind of like 50-50, and but in that case, you want to keep your cool. You want to keep her cool. You don't want nobody running up there and saying, you're being a jerk doing this, because then he will be a jerk. And
right. Absolutely.
That's one person that will automatically go to your level. Guaranteed.
Good, right.
Yeah.
She handled that situation quite well.
Yeah, she did. Yep.
She was from the Cleveland chapter.
Cleveland chapter? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. But yeah, you just gotta follow the law. So most times we can do that, and sometimes we can't block. So, and then sometimes we have such big rides that we actually have to have the police escort to where they block for us, and then we can go through these lights with no problems. So, but yeah. Now let's get back to
maybe he was just jealous he wasn't on a bike with you guys.
Well, that was another opportunity. Okay, so Ohio State had a football game. Okay, and Marshall was there. I think they were playing Marshall. And Marshall was on the way out of town, and guess who was escorting him?
The police.
Yeah, the police. And how many motorcycles do you think they had?
Probably 20.
Yeah, about 20, probably. Yeah, and they were all giving us the motorcycle wave.
That's pretty cool.
Almost every single one of them when they went by us, because we actually stopped because we didn't know who it was who was being escorted through town, and then somebody said, "Oh, that's
that is pretty cool."
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Let me get this chat thing working here, right? Because this comment's been cut off. I don't know why it does that. I gotta get that thing fixed. It doesn't stay on there long enough to do it. But anyway, Todd goes, there's a lot of towns anywhere that don't take kindly to blocking on the of the stoplights. Exactly, because you kind of do interfere. And I tell you what, the worst thing I think when we're riding a motorcycle is roundabouts. I think they're the worst. They will split up a ride instantly because they're hard to block. I mean, I think they're the anti-motorcycle intersection.
Yeah, I do not like roundabouts on a bike.
Yeah, it's because you've got 30 people and you got people going around in a circle,
yeah.
and you got to stop. You got to yield. You don't have the opportunity to. And then next thing you know, you got 6 or 7 vehicles in between your run. So, but roundabouts suck. I guess that's what they're called, right?
Yep.
Yeah, roundabout. That's right.
Yeah. So we have one in Harrison. It's very small.
Or if you watch European Vacation, it's, hey, kids, it's Big Ben.
Yeah. So when we're up there, we're talking to Mark, and he's explaining the history of roundabouts up there. And he says, because we went through one, and there was a huge pile of rocks and a bunch of boulders and stuff around there. And he said, well, the reason why they had to do that is because all the redneck four-wheel drivers would just go straight through it. They didn't give a shit. It just goes straight through, and then they had to put all these rocks and boulders in there so the trucks would not go straight over the roundabout, and then they've had to go around and follow everybody else. So, that was a great history lesson there, roundabouts. Yeah, he said the motorcycle officers in Columbus are cool, and they are. They also have some older Harley-Davidsons. They had all new ones at this one, but they had some with sidecars. So in case you need to go to jail, they'll put you in the sidecar and arrest you.
They're not putting you on the back; they're putting you on the side.
We're gonna respect your motorcycle. We're just gonna put you in the sidecar and take you to jail.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but yeah, that was fun. So what else you got there, buddy? Tracy?
So we talked about the slipper clutch. We talked about Honda. The other thing I wanted to talk about that's coming new, and we've talked about electric motorcycles. I'm not on board with it yet. I can't wrap my brain around it. But Can-Am has their 2 electric bikes that they're now taking pre-orders for. They've got the first one's called the Can-Am Pulse. And it's more of a street bike, more, street ready. It comes at 47 horsepower, has a riding range of about 100 miles. It'd be a great little bike for inner city, commuting around a city. And actually all the videos that they show on it, they basically show you riding in the city with it. And then the other one's called the Can-Am Origin. And this one really doesn't make sense to me at all, but it's more of what do they call it? Not a trail bike, but what do they call those adventure bikes?
Yeah, adventure bikes.
So it's designed almost like an adventure bike. and it only has a 90-mile range. And so I watched a video on it today, and one of the guys said, "What kind of adventure can I have when I leave my house and I go 30 miles out or 40 miles out, and I have to come right back because I only got 40 miles?" So it just to me, I get Can-Am, I get them entering the electric scene. I get all that. I just don't understand why you would make an adventure bike, an electric bike that only gets 90-mile range. What adventure are you going to have? There's no way you can have an adventure on that thing. It is a cool looking bike. It's got all the, it's got all the makings of an adventure bike as far as aesthetics go, and the forks and all that. I just don't get the rideability of a 90-mile range on it.
Well, to be honest with you, we do have a power source that actually would just erase all this away. Okay. And cars would last for, hundreds of years,
You think so?
Oh yeah. And that's nuclear. Okay. You're going to put a rod in there about this size and put it in there, and it'll power a motorcycle for years. I mean, let's say 100 plus years. Okay. But the problem is somebody would find out how to make that a freaking bomb. Okay. It's that's what the problem is. Because right now we have submarines, nuclear powered submarines that don't have to, they can stay out there for, they just don't use power. You know what I'm saying? They're just, they're crazy. But, we have the technology, but nobody, feels safe about it. Okay. For one. And the other thing is somebody would figure out how to cause a problem with it, in the future. And that's what's sad about it, So we do have power to where we don't have to worry about these stupid batteries and stuff like that. We do have power sources, but nobody feels comfortable and nobody trusts the technology. That's the reason why we don't even build nuclear power plants. They're most efficient, equal. They don't put no, what do you call it? What is it? Dust, coal, all that kind of stuff, smoke, all that kind of stuff. What is it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they want to shut them down. You know what I'm saying? So,
did you? Let's just put, I want an electric motorcycle for Christmas. Said no guy ever.
What about an e-bike? You want an e-bike so you can go around your house, your neighborhood and stuff?
But doesn't that defeat the purpose of what a bike's for, though? For that, don't you want to get the exercise and get the cardio and?
Well, that's another thing. I never understood until I got to warmer climates, where people got at Christmas time they got bikes, and you could never ride them for like 4 months. It was a Christmas present that you couldn't use. You would take it out there that day, but it was so cold you had to come back inside. There was snow on the ground. And then now I understand a little bit because I'm in a little warmer area where you can go out there, it's like 50, 60 degrees, and the kids will ride out there. Well, used to be kids would walk out there and, ride a bike and stuff like that. It didn't matter what temperature it was. But these days, they all just stay and play video games. So
mostly, that's correct.
Yeah. Now, Tracy?
But as far as an e-bike goes, I get those for, like I said, when you're in the city and you live in the city, like you go downtown Cincinnati, you see them all over the place.
Yeah.
My wife and I went to that show down at the Aeronaut, and we were sitting at a plaza having a drink. Well, I was having water, but she was having a drink. And, all these e-bikes were just flying by and going by. And, like I said, I can understand the need for something like that down there. I just don't get it where we live.
Well, let's play this video so we can see what this looks like.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I gotta turn this.
I like the Pulse. I think it makes a good bike for city riding, but I don't get the origin at all.
Well, Can-Man hasn't been on two wheels forever, right?
1970 was the last time they had a two-wheel motorcycle.
Wow. Come back.
I understand them trying to come back to the market and get in the market. I get all that, but I don't know. I'd like to see their Rotax engine in a motorcycle and see what that was like.
Yeah.
I'm too old and fat to pedal too well.
The darn screen looks like a Harley-Davidson. Do you see this?
Yeah, well, I mean, kind of like the new Del Mar too, or
Look
whatever.
at that. That looks like literally the screen.
Now,
it's like they stripped the Harley-Davidson down and put an electric motor on it.
I do like the technology on that. I do like that a lot.
Yeah. All right. So, wow. That's pretty cool. Me, I would look like that bike was I mean, that's one thing I will tell you. I did ride for the first time ever, I guess you can say, a dirt bike. Is that what it's called? Mark, a dirt bike? I think it was a dirt bike. It was a Honda. It was all painted up. I rode my first Honda motorcycle. And I think it was like, how many cc's was that thing? Okay. Connie? What was, how many cc's was Mark's Honda?
Like a 125 or something.
Yeah,
like
125.
Oh man, I want to ride that thing. Where's he at?
He's in Columbus.
Yeah, Chris was sitting clear back on the fender.
Yeah, I was sitting back here, and my 14s. He's got size 14 too, but
was it a big wheel one or
I was so clumsy.
Standard?
It was a big wheel, I guess you could say. It was tall. It was tall.
Well, they got two different kinds. They got the big wheel and a standard.
Mm-hmm. But it was cool. I mean, I rode all over his yard.
Oh, there you go.
Did a couple jumps. What was that?
He responded.
Okay, cool. There you go. It's a 1986 Reflex 200.
I don't know what that looks like.
Which I'd never heard of that. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, and it was actually really cool. So it was my first ever time riding a bike like that, which was pretty cool. I mean, it was really for how much I weigh and everything else. It was. I didn't think it was going to be stuck in the ground, but it was moving.
Oh yeah, looking.
It was a great. That was great. I did cut my finger, but it wasn't because of that. It was a couple other things, but you'll see me riding that, and you'll see Mark riding it. It's pretty fun. It was really fun, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, I did. I was going around the corners. I was afraid I was going to. I don't think you could ever break the bike because it seemed like it was a tank. But I would go all the way down to his yard, and I would drop the gear where the back tire would actually stop, and I would slide like this, and then I would start going again. It was just wild, man. It was a different experience because it was so light. You was able to do whatever you wanted to it.
Yeah, he was catching some air.
Yeah, he was catching some air because he's rode it a lot longer than I have. But yeah, it was fantastic. And then I need to check the lug nuts. I haven't checked them yet to see if that thing worked. But I lost my lug nut key down the road. And he happened to have one that he ain't using. And it's the same number and everything else, so I got to see if that works. And if not, he's gave me 4 lug nuts to work on it too. I don't know. I think he had 4 in there. I can't really remember. But thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. I don't think I ever did say thank you about that. So because they're pretty expensive. I was trying to get one from the dealer. There was like $70, and my wife, she set me up with a hey, go to this place and they got one for you, but she forgot to ask them what type of key it was, and I went.
Okay, we can move on.
Thank you, Connie.
Yeah, thank you. But anyway, it was great. All right, so there's the Cam-Man. What else you got?
That's really it. That's all. We're going to talk about some other stuff, but I think we'll save that for another podcast. I'll go ahead and spill the beans a little bit. I'd like to do some comparisons to motorcycle equipment, like helmets and accessories and different things. Buying the name brand stuff versus buying the cheap stuff on like Amazon and Temu and Etsy and all that, and kind of give a little look at what people think about that. That's something down the future.
You should just reach out with people, like go to if you're going to Amazon, just send them a couple emails saying, listen, I want to do a couple, comparisons and stuff like that. Hey, we got, so many members on our podcast, such and such, and they'll send you stuff.
Yeah.
They really will.
Yeah.
And then you can make an honest opinion, because you always want to say you're going to do an honest review of it. Okay. Because we don't want to be no fakers out here. Where we just like, we're sponsored by Kellogg's cereal. Hey guys, you got the Fruit Loops today? Come on, give me that box over here. They pay us like $2 a day. Come here, give me that fruit box.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting paid for any of the stuff that we do. So,
DJI came out with a new camera. I'm susp already about it. I know Chase with Two Wheels, I think that's his name. He did a review for him. It was a sponsored video also, but he said he was being, straight. But when he was going through some of the footage, and maybe he had it zoomed or made it where it blurred, I just, when I'm looking at, and maybe I'm different than everybody else, when I'm doing videos on a motorcycle, I like everything to be crisp. And do kind of on the sides, do some motion blur, but right in front of you is crisp. Now, the footage that I seen was nothing but blurriness. It was blurry, and then maybe the gear and the speed and all that kind of stuff on his display was kind of in focus. I was kind of disappointed in that, and I think the reason why is because I read more about it, is that they capped the bit rate. It's even less than 100%. 100 megs per second, which is pretty terrible for a DJI camera. So I would say if you guys are looking for a camera, hold off on this until they get some firmware updates and then get some better reviews. Right now, what you got coming out for this camera is people that are sponsored, and they have to, because they're getting free equipment, they have to release their videos within a week or whatever it is, and they're going to be positive. So, but when I was looking at the footage, I wasn't positive me when I was looking at it. So just right now, just hold your pants down if you're looking for a camera, if you're watching, and want to do some videos. Wait on.
And I would say the same thing on the
GoPro,
on the GoPro 13 as well, based on what I've seen on videos on that too.
Yeah. So what the problem is, okay, and a lot of people don't. So a DSL, which I'm using, which Tracy's using, it's a mirrorless deal. It's kind of, it's got the image sensor and that kind of stuff. Their image sensors are like that big, okay? So if you're looking at here's this one right here. So if you're looking for an image sensor on this, it's about as big as this button, okay? It might be bigger. It might be almost an inch, all right? And they're saying it's getting, 40 megapixels, that kind of stuff. Okay, so they do the pixel a little bit different and the densities and stuff like that. But the mirrorless camera from Canon will blow that thing away every single day when the picture gets bigger, bigger, bigger. When you got a picture this big, it's perfect. It's fine. When you're watching on TV, it's great or not TV, but on a computer or on a cell phone. It looks crisp. It looks clear. When you put it on a 54-inch television, it starts getting a little bit blurry. It's not as crisp. The bigger the TV, the less it gets. Now, if you're doing an 8K camera with a Canon, it's going to be crisp. If you do it like this at 8K, it's going to be kind of crisp, but it's not going to be perfect like the Canon is, because their sensors are just way bigger compared to the thing. Now, this camera, which I have, is the Ace, the Insta360 Ace Pro. I'm not sponsored. I got this camera. I like this camera because it's got the flip up and that kind of stuff. And but it had some issues when I was up there in Columbus where somehow it lost the mic or got a bad connection. So I had a whole entire section of my video where I had to put music and cut it down because there was no sound, which kind of pissed me off.
That stinks.
Yeah, but it still turned out good. But this camera, I prefer this one over the GoPro right now. Even the GoPro, what is it, 13 just came out? Or 14?
Yeah, 13.
13. And that one's having problems too. They even put a heat resistor on the GoPro, and it's still overheating faster than the other ones.
That's what I'm hearing, yeah.
Yeah, so be careful of that one too. So hopefully, I like GoPro's coloring the profile a lot better. It's more realistic to my eyes. A lot of people say it's different with their eyes, but I like it. It's not as yellow. It's not as orange, that kind of stuff. The DJI is kind of yellowish and orange. Now, they did fix the white balance on the Pro, whatever it is. The new one came out. The color balance looks a lot better. I don't know anything about the new Ace Pro 2 that's supposed to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. I have no idea. I don't even have one, so I'm not one of them people who are getting sponsored and have it already and already making their videos. So, but that's a little. I guess that's a little extra segment we did today on cameras. Yeah. we try to be, and we try to help people out here. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So let me see if I can get my sneak peek here, and then we'll move on to the next thing. What else you want to talk about, Tracy? So while I'm doing this, get this.
I don't know, but I like watching you talk about cameras because that's the most excited I ever see you get.
I am electric kind of person. I like
when you
like
talk about
technology.
stuff that you're excited about. You definitely talk much. What's the word, Connie? With much more enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, he's very passionate about his cameras.
Passionate, yeah. What's the word?
Yeah, ask him about the bug guts on his 360 camera. That was interesting.
Oh snap! I'm sure he was passionate about that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
Mark
wants to know if you used banjo music to cover up the lost sound.
I was thinking about it. Why does this thing need an update again?
I want to buy that 1986 Reflex off of him.
No, that's his bike. We're gonna do that. Hey, speaking of that, he has this
I know it's his bike.
camping area. Tracy, me and you are gonna go in on a camper, and we're gonna put it up there in his.
Well, then we got to get us some dirt bikes to do that with.
Yeah, and then
it's time to buy dirt bikes.
Yeah, I can't spill the beans on the cool thing that we did at his campgrounds. I can't do that, so I'll wait on that. But yeah, all right. I'm waiting for the update for some reason. I thought it did update, but it didn't update, so I gotta wait still. It won't let me open the video unless it updates, which is terrible. But we'll work with that. So what else did I get? Oh, so I got some exciting news while we're doing that. Some people might enjoy this. Let's go with King of the Baggers first.
Because I want to talk about that too. I forgot about that.
We're going to plan on a trip next year to Mid-America. I think it's Mid-Ohio, Raceway. So if anybody wants to go, I'm sure that's going to be part of the IMRG. I just got to get Josh on board, and we'll see how that works. But it should be cool. I think music for the cart ride. Yeah, I know. I can do the hillbilly music if you want me to. I can try to do that. I'll have to. It will delay the video because I got some music on there already. But if you want me to, I'll delay it. All right. So here we go. All right. There we go. Look at that. Look at that graphic. Oh, Tracy's not there. Oh, bye, Tracy. I'll see you later. God, I didn't know he was leaving that soon. Oh, there he is.
Nice job there.
All right, King of the Baggers. All right. Oh, man, the showdown, boys and girls.
The final weekend coming
Is Indy going to win? I'm betting on Indy. Come on, Indy. So what's the point difference, Tracy?
We got a 2-point difference.
2 points. 315 to 313. And that race is what date? Anybody know?
It's going to be the 27th and 28th, I think. Let me see. I just had it up.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's going to be on TV too.
Oh, the 28th and 29th. I'm sorry.
And don't worry about the Harley-Davidson thing on the side there. It was just the image when I created it. It brought Harley-Davidson there.
Well, I already got the weather for that race too. It's going to be 73 on Saturday and partly cloudy, and 72 on Sunday and partly cloudy.
Good. No rain. That's good.
Yep.
But even though the Indian guy does much better in the rain than the Harley guy does, so yeah. So it's gonna be crazy, man. So
it's gonna be a shootout for sure.
So I know you guys love commenting because I can tell here. Put in the chat who's gonna win this race, Indian or Harley. Come on, get your keyboard out, get your phone out. Start. Let's see who wins. Come on, who's gonna do it?
I already gave you the answer.
Who?
I just sent it.
Harley, what do you think?
Harley's not winning. It is definitely Indian.
What did you think I was gonna say?
Mm-hmm. Indian. I spelled Indian wrong. I gotta,
oh gosh.
Jesus. Dyslexia.
Indane.
Indane.
And this is why I do the typing.
Yeah, no. Why didn't you do it? I was waiting for you. See, there's another one for Indian. Right there. Brian Moore, welcome to the podcast. Hope you're enjoying
Tracy,
everything.
thank you for spelling it correctly for him.
Mm-hmm.
See, Todd Morris. Todd said Indian.
Yeah, see, you're outnumbered, Tracy.
In this particular podcast, yes, I am.
All right. So yes, Indian's gonna win, man. It's gonna happen. So
we'll see. It's
Tracy,
gonna be tight.
what's bet? Okay, on this.
Okay.
Are you ready? So
Sure.
if Indian wins, okay, you have to buy a cake, and you have to bring it to the podcast.
Okay.
Okay. If Harley wins, it's got to be Indian cake. Okay. All right. It's got to be an Indian design cake motorcycle. Okay.
I can see.
And
what I
then
can do.
Harley-Davidson, I will do the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, you're gonna take that to the Indian dealership?
No. On the
Harley on it?
podcast. No,
I thought you
I'll
meant
bring
a
it in the
live
podcast.
at-
I'll do it at
okay.
your house, or we'll do it here, or wherever. We'll do it wherever.
I got you. Okay.
And then I will like suck it up if the Harley-Davidson wins, and you will have to suck it up if Indian wins, and then you will have the cake, and I get to feed it to you.
Oh gosh.
Okay. on
No, that's
camera.
weird, dude. That's weird.
I want to
ain't
put
no
it in your
wedding,
face, man, so bad.
This ain't no wedding. We're not playing that
I'm not
game.
talking about wedding. I'm talking about the whole entire cake right in your
Oh
face.
my god! Like face, you're talking about like a face mash. Nah, I'm good for that.
But anyway, yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, that's a bet.
Yeah,
You want to shake on it?
yeah. I'll shake.
All
It's a
right,
bet.
good. All right.
Hey, wait, put your other hand up. No fingers crossed. When Harley comes across the line, I don't want to hear it. All right.
It's not gonna happen.
Brian said her Foss all the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
They're all good. They're all good riders, man. They're all really good.
It's a very exciting. I was talking to somebody today. They were talking about, they're a big race fan. They're NASCAR and everything. I said, have you ever heard the King of the Baggers? He says, what's that? I said, that's the most exciting race you'll probably ever watch in your life. And he literally went home tonight and was watching it. And he said he was actually watching back film over and over because he's so excited about it now.
It's really cool, man.
Yeah.
It's going to become the biggest thing, I think, here in the next couple of years.
And that leads me to some exciting news. I do not have any
Hey, I like the hot chip challenge.
Yeah,
Did you
there
see
you go.
that?
Oh, what's
comment?
that? Okay.
You got to eat hot chips if you lose.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds like that might be okay. Yeah, we can do that.
There, Todd.
Yeah, way to go. Way to go,
I like that
Todd.
one. I would do
thanks.
that versus smashing cakes in our face.
Now I know the one chip has been banned. You're not allowed to do that one anymore.
The one with the scorpion pepper or whatever.
So,
Yeah.
but we'll have to figure out what we can do. We'll figure out something. Maybe we can, do the we can do with the the hottest chicken wings you can possibly get, like at Beef Dubs and that kind of stuff. And maybe you have to eat 12 of them that way.
Okay.
In case we can't get the chips.
Oh no, 12's an awful lot, man.
Okay, six.
Let's
Or
do
see how.
6.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll do we'll figure out something. But exactly, we'll figure out the chip thing. We'll see what we can do. All right.
Brian left
Oh,
your
hey, I
message,
want to tell you this.
Mhm.
Connie will find this funny. You guys ate at that
Exactly,
place
Brian.
on Mall Road.
Mm-hmm.
You, with Josh and Jen. What
Yeah.
was the name of it again? La Quinta.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So my wife and I went there for lunch about a week or so ago
Mhm.
because we wanted to try it after you guys tried it. I got my meal, and for whatever reason, they accidentally put a hot pepper in my meal, and it lit me up. I mean, it had to be a ghost pepper because I was in pain.
Didn't you like that place though?
For free, but I should.
That place had great. It was great atmosphere. Didn't you think so?
Yeah, I liked it. Actually,
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was great. I can't remember exactly what his name is.
Other
but,
than the hot pepper, that is.
Yeah, so you're exactly right. We should do that, Brian. We should make it an event. That'd be awesome. All right. So that leads into this next, and I don't know, I don't have like a lot of information about this, but this should make some people excited. Okay. But rumors of 2025's Indians, and I gotta get fixed. I gotta get Tracy fixed again. I don't know why. I changed all the things when he got here, so let's get that here. We'll get that fixed. All right. So supposedly, Indian's going to come out with the 112 1834 cc engine coming out. That's going to be in these new. I think it's supposed to be the first one's going to be the Pursuit. That's going to come out the Pursuit Elite. That's going to be pretty much announced within maybe 30 to 60 days. Okay. and that will be the new design and some new features that is possible on this motorcycle. I can't confirm it. I can't deny it. But I'm just telling you, there's a chance that there might be some new technology on some of these bikes. So anyway, as you can read there, I'm not going to read that from word to word, but I understand the first one. And then there's also a new chief coming out that they're rumored that's going to be called the Colt. And I think a lot of people know that one about, know what's going on with that one. But that's going to have the Thunderstroke engine in it, a 122 cc. Yeah. Yeah. You should have waited. Yeah. So that's some rumors that I got some information on. And everybody can get the information. You just got to search on Google. Now, like I said, I can't confirm this stuff, but this is possible. This is possible that we're going to have some exciting news this year.
So what bike does Todd Morris have? What did he get?
That is, I think, I don't know. He's usually not here on his name, like Todd Morris. I think it's Ride with Purpose, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
He got a new Harley, remember?
Yeah, he got the new Harley. I know that.
Yeah. Well, not the new, but the pretty new one. So, but yeah. How's it up north? Is it a little bit chilly up there, Todd?
So he's up from Michigan?
Yeah, but he's on a job site or something. He's had to move up north for a while. So, but I don't know if he's there yet or not. But anyway, so that's some exciting news about the Indians. I'm hoping that they can.
Oh, there it is.
2024 Pursuit. Oh, Dark Horse. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I got my names mixed up. I'm sorry. Who's the Morris guy from Michigan? I gotta remember what.
Ride for Purpose name's Rob Norton.
Rob Norton, that's what it is. Yeah. So I'll apologize, Todd.
Good thing you got me, man.
I'm bad at names, and I didn't recognize his name at first.
For Pursuit Dark Horse, that's a pretty nice bike.
That is a very
super nice bike. Yeah.
Now I know who this person is. Yeah, he's got a beautiful bike, by the way. But yeah, it's supposed to be the new. It's supposed to be the rumor is it's supposed to come out on the actual Pursuit Elite series bike. So we'll see how it is. Oh yeah, you should. Okay, Rushville, Todd Morris. See, I don't know any of these people. I just say it right up. Todd Morris, welcome to the podcast. I'll apologize. I thought you was somebody else.
Don't take it personally. He forgets my name half the time.
Connie, what's your name?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Believe me, people, he really forgets about me.
That's one ride that we want to do too. We want to go out to Rushville, sorry. We when we went through that town, when we went to that restaurant up there in Indiana, there was this brewery. There was tons of people. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and it was packed. So that just tells me right there that there's something going on with this place. So there's like a lot of people from out of town were going there, and that kind of stuff. So yes, and maybe we'll have to ride up there and meet you, Todd. That is a nice little town there too, and they got a lot of stuff up there. My son used to go up there and play soccer all the time. Yeah, he and don't hate if you have any kids. Don't hate on the school. My son went to East Central. East Central's got a bad name. But anyway, Pursuit. Now that's one bike I was thinking about getting. Also, there was actually I think Don that actually was in. He's actually Columbus, if I'm not mistaken. I think his name is Don, and he has a grayish blue Pursuit, and it is beautiful. And he's got an Indian head on the radiator. He's got some engraved Indian head on the actual windshield. I mean, it's a beautiful bike. It's a beautiful bike. And he was a very nice guy. He looked really tough, though. I was scared of him. No, he was a real nice guy. They were everybody up there. I'm telling you, there's a difference between. I know I've been hanging out with some Harley people, and I've been hanging out with some Indian people. Harley people, I like them, but sometimes they're a little bit more. They think they're a little bit higher on the hierarchy than everybody else. And then Indian people just they accept everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Don.
I would agree with
Indian just accepts everybody, treats them all, there was not a single person that I would say I would never go back because of this person in this group. I've been hanging, I rode with some Harley people. There's a couple people that I would never go back and ride with them if there was in this group, that's the difference between, and I'm not trying to knock them. I like Harley-Davidsons and I like Indian motorcycles, but there's just so many Harley-Davidson riders, you're always going to have that one person. Indian, there's not as many yet, and maybe one day there will be, where people think that they're better than everybody else. But that day hasn't come yet for Indian, which is a good thing. But aren't you excited about them bikes? Tracy, the bikes I just talked about.
I didn't know who you were talking to. Sorry. Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to be cool. I mean, we already know that their scouts are really nice, and that they're they're doing a good job with those. Yeah. I personally think their scouts beat anything Harley has in that particular lineup, in that segment.
Well, one of the articles I was reading about Indian is that for many years, Indian had the technology. Harley was way behind. Okay, and then when they released the CBOs in 2024.
Oh, I still think Harley's behind, in my opinion.
On certain bikes, yes.
Right.
But I'm talking about the Touring series bikes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
now
that's different.
Indian. Yeah. Now, but what's really cool about this is what happened. So, Indian wasn't able to match, the CBOs yet. Hopefully, they will. I mean, they're really close, but they're still their technology is a tad little bit behind now. But the Scout has no competition.
Not with Harley's line, no.
And they brought out so many Scouts at the same time that the market is very kind of saturated a little bit. So you can get any, and they're actually pretty good priced. You can get any entry level Scout right now. You can go to the dealership, bam, you're done, and you don't have that Harley, $700 payment, and you can build yourself up into the the structure of Indian. You get to the Chief, then you go to the Chieftain or the Challenger, whatever you want to do, and then you can get the Elites, whatever, the Pursuits. I think that's what Indian's trying to do, is they're trying to build that culture, the younger bike rider into the older bike rider. Right now, Harley-Davidson doesn't have a younger bike rider. Other than
they're
SD.
trying.
They're trying.
They got the Nightster and the Sportster S that they're trying that with.
Yeah, and but they're kind of in the middle of a crotch rocket and a classic bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, those are sport bikes, right?
Yeah, sport bikes. They're kind of. I would say they're kind of more of a sport bike.
Well,
but,
the Nightster's,
yeah,
it's a cruiser bike.
Yeah, it's a cruiser bike. It's a cruiser, but I'm not saying it's right in the middle of the pack. But I'm just saying the Scout looks more traditional, looks more,
Oh, I think the Scouts are beautiful. Yeah, there's just no touching it. Bike. Yeah.
So anyway,
especially that 101.
What's that?
The 101, the Super Scout.
Yeah.
All of those are nice looking.
The
Yeah.
101's pretty.
All right, so let me this thing. Let me see if I can get this thing updated real quick, and see if I can get this. Let me exit out of this, and then we'll get this video where everybody can see it. Cancel. All right, exit, and let's see if I can get this to work. Come on, show up this time. I gotta get used to this screen because the screen's smaller, so everything's smaller.
Todd said the new Harley models to me are ugly.
Yeah, I mean, they have their looks and they have their, the thing is that, let's see if I can get this thing to install quickly. This thing's driving me nuts. Replace. Yes, replace. The bike, I like the technology. A lot of people do still like the old analog and that kind of stuff. That's exciting, but I like technology. The screens are they're good in the daylight. They're good at nighttime. But then again, do you really want something that huge when you're riding a motorcycle to get distracted with? That's one thing you probably would have to, ask yourself, is that, the best option for you. So hopefully this thing loads up here. Come on, let's do it. It's verifying. So hopefully in a couple seconds, you guys can get a sneak peek of the. Let's see if I can get this thing to open up. Come on, there we go. So let's see. This says I've probably updated like 10 times. Why does it keep on saying it needs to update? So we're done with this. I guess the sneak peek is not going to allow us to do it. That's what's terrible. So let me see if I got it. It's like everything has to be updated on this thing. This is driving me nuts. I apologize, guys. Final Cut. All right. Anyway. Tracy, you got anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So, Todd, you came off with a Harley 2019 Road Glide, huh? Have you had any issues with the Pursuit or anything? I mean, I know some people, when they get from a Harley, they rode Harley for a long time, they get little, because the throttle's a little bit different, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I was just wondering if you had any issues with it. Let me try this one more time before I call tonight. So
He sounds like you, because you wanted to ride the Harley, and then you rode the Harley, but I told you to ride the Indian, and that's the one you got.
Yeah.
He said none yet.
None yet?
Uh-uh.
All right. So
I do like the Dark Horse Pursuits. They are beautiful bikes.
yeah. So I'm trying to get this stupid thing to work, and I hope this actually is not corrupted or anything, because that's going to be really bad. Because it keeps telling me the project is created by a newer version of Cupcat. Update.
Well, they might have to tune in later for your sneak peek.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're over your allotted amount of time, dude.
All right. If anybody's got anything, put some questions in there. We'll call it a night, and then hopefully tomorrow morning this video will be released. Then the part 2 will be released. That will be the actual ride, and then part 3 will be when we're at the Renaissance Festival, which is pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, Texas Roadhouse got us all in. Can you believe that? Pursuit will be my next bike for sure. Cool. And it's a beautiful bike. It really is. And with the new lean technology and all that kind of stuff they got with that bike, it's coming out. It's going to be great. What were you saying, Tracy? You saying anything?
I didn't say anything.
I saw you looking. I thought you were looking at something. Maybe it was.
I'm trying to read the comments as they come up on the screen.
Yeah, and I kind of, like I said, I gotta actually say, hey, I gotta put these up, because I'll actually read them out sometimes, but I gotta put them up too, and I gotta click on a button, because you don't want.
I just have it on the right side column there, and I just read them as they come up.
So if you please go to YouTube, like and subscribe, and share this podcast. I know it was a little bit at the end because we've had some issues. Yeah, Texas Roadhouse was awesome. They were able to get 21 of us in there at rush hour, Tracy, and the place is packed. They took care of us. Yeah, and we both had each of us had a different server, and they were both really good, and we were really giving them a hard time. Fun, hard time.
I got you.
Yeah, but that was the first. That was the first Texas Roadhouse that we had a police officer there. Have you ever seen one? I mean, there was actually one there to protect the place. That was on duty.
Oh, you mean they were actually hired there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
maybe they saw you guys coming and they got worried.
He wouldn't smile. We were. I think it was the same cop that actually pulled over our bike rider.
That's what I was going to say next.
He was following us, man. He was just keeping an eye on us, man.
I was just saying that.
Yeah.
Definitely a little loud.
Yeah.
Brian Moore says that was weird.
Yeah, it was. I've never seen one before. Okay, so it did verify. Let's see if this works now. Let me see if I got this. Oh my gosh. It says verified and updated needed. So, all right, we're going to have to cancel that. We'll do it next time. There's a reason why it happens. It's a sneak peek. So wait for tomorrow. I'll release it around 9:00 a.m. And hopefully y'all like that one. And once I get done with this podcast, I'm going to start working on the part 2. And then hopefully that will be out by Friday. I'm hoping. And then part 3 will be out on Monday. That's my plan right now. That's my timeline. We'll see how it works. Yeah, bad part of town. Actually, it wasn't.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. So other than that, it was great. It was a great adventure. I met a lot of people. I met Brian. I met Don. Don was really cool. Tim was there also. He doesn't get to go with us that many times, but he was awesome. And everybody that I met from Columbus, I don't know their names other than Don, because Don actually sat with us, so I got to know him pretty well. But everybody else was just great. Everybody at Iron Pony was great. I mean, they did a fantastic job. We had City Barbecue there, so I just want to give them props. And then Mark for actually doing this thing. And I know he had some help with his captains and stuff like that. But it was a great route, and it was a great ride.
You could tell he put a lot of work into it.
And I can tell the next day. Mark was so exhausted because you don't understand how much mental that does to a person. Well, I know when I'm like getting ready for Friday sales, the day after Thanksgiving back in the day, the next day you would have off the next 2 days, but you was completely drained. You wouldn't even want to get up. Your wife wants to go shopping, and I'll be like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm just physically drained. And Mark was the same way. And I literally got this guy to go to the Renaissance Festival. And he was like, oh my gosh, I just could tell how tired he was, And thank you, Mark, for a great event. And I can't wait to next year. And then we'll see what Brian Moore does also too. So I got to figure out how to get more up in the Columbus rides and stuff like that, and Cleveland rides, because Brian's from Cleveland.
Brian left a message.
Okay.
He said his chapter is already looking at what we can do to have you guys up here.
Yeah.
So he's out of Cleveland.
Yep. Sweet. It's a big family, Tracy. You're part of it. You don't even have to ride an Indian.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it. Oh, yeah. Tracy. You know what? She was the support.
Oh yeah, she was worn out too.
Yeah, she was the support. So thank you, Tracy, for also giving him the time, the energy, and all that kind of stuff to do this, because I know it had to be stressful for you too. Other than that, I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Everybody have a good night. See you next Tuesday, and let's rock and roll out of here.
Have a good night.
And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share. All right, everybody have a good night.
See ya.
See ya.